See 'em? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast of them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey there, welcome to Red State Update. This here Jackie Bros.
Hey.
Hello?
Y'all know me. Dunlap.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And I know you, my fans, my loving fans, the loving fans of my audience. And before, I didn't know what to call them. Jackie, I have so many names I'd like to call them. Good names. My lovers, because they love me so much. But I got a couple. Shane Copen over on Patreon was calling us our fans, not you and me. Although I'm a fan of myself, and you should be. Self-care is important, and so is self-fandom. If I had an OnlyFans, I would give myself at least $5 a month or whatever price I said. Shane Copen said D-heads and broilers, or done heads and broilers. But I think D-head sounds better, less letters.
Dumb heads is what you said one time before. You won't call you,
and then,
you saying dumb heads.
Tommy Cash, our friend, and my fan, sent us a list. Members of the Dunlap Nation, Dunlapanauts, Fan Laps, Dunlapios, that's a good one, Dunlapiacs, the Dun Hive, the Dunlap Lads and Dunlap Lasses. And he even come up with one for you, Jackie, the Bros Boys.
Bros Boys, yeah.
But, I mean, that's sexist, honestly, but that sounds about right for you.
What?
Dunny bunches of laps.
Now, if you go make a T-shirt or whatever, one of those, you pick one or all of them or whatever, you got to give whoever come up with it.
I change it a little bit.
Change it a little bit.
I change it a little bit. Like he says, Tommy Cash says, Dunny bunches of laps. I just change it to Dunny bunches of laps, !
I don't know anybody that hurts, their so-called fans, hurt them financially and still have a bunch of fans other than the president we just got rid of, thank God. You won't be like him, do you?
Well, I mean, I don't want to be like him in terms of racism, sexism, the destruction of democracy. But I mean, if I could figure out how to tap into a network of loyal idiots who give me all their money and it would defend me to the death, that part of it I would take. It's not so much the grand idea, the overarching plan and theme of his. It's just he's just such a dickhead. And he was so racist, and so many people got hurt, and it's a wonder the whole thing didn't crumble.
People still getting hurt.
Yeah, just from the seeds he planted. I would plant seeds more and just let me take all your money, and then we all live in harmony. All the Dunny bunches of laps, ! And the Bros Boys. And we live in harmony, and we, maybe we fool around a little bit consensually on the weekends, and we get high.
Okay.
And that's life. It's just a really easy going, getting high, getting fucked up, getting laid kind of life, except I'm in charge and you have to, and this is mandated, to adore me. And you have to give me money, and you have to wear my face on T-shirts. And if I come up with some dumbass saying, you got to put it on a hat. You got to wear it around, and people are going to see that hat coming down the street, and they're going to be, oh, God, one of those. That's the part that I admire. He used it for evil. which makes him so much worse.
Well, yeah.
I mean, he was bad.
Plus, you only got, 200 people that know who you are. He had millions of racists from all over.
I don't want racists. I have to make this very clear. I don't want any racist, any people who want to storm anything. I mean, like for fun, but not for violence or to overthrow democracy.
How's it fun?
Well, like fun, like we're going to storm Walmart and we're going to get a bunch of watercolors and some thick paper, and we're going to go out in the field and get real fucked up, and we're going to paint some flowers or private parts.
I don't need to hear anymore.
Or some imaginary private parts, like a giant from a book.
Just shut it.
Whatever private parts you want to paint out in this field, we can do it. We're going to go storm Walmart and take it. That's the kind of storming I like, kind of like a fun-filled, light shoplifting kind of storming.
The more you keep talking and describing these things, you're losing a Dunlapian every 30 seconds. I guarantee you.
That's true. We're supposed to put at the top. I heard this on Podcast News Report. They said when you have a podcast up at the beginning of it, you got to make sure people know the first 15 seconds. And you don't know how people come across these things. In the first 15 seconds, they need to get what it is, what you do. Are they going to like it? You got to set it up right at the top so they know, they get a feel for it. So do you think we did that with this one?
Well, I know how soon to turn it off, yeah. Or so just turn it on, turn the computer off, or close the computer, the phone, put it back in your pocket, whatever. However it is that you turn it off. I don't know.
Well, big welcome to all the fan labs out there and all the Broyles boys. Does anybody ever call you I always said Jackie Broyles. Does anybody ever come to you, Mr. Broyles? Mr. Broyles?
Well, I mean, somebody that don't know how to say my name right.
Did you hang up? You like if you get a call, you're like, oh, hi, Mr. Broyles. Or you like, well, this is a telemarketer. I'm gonna hang up now.
Well, yeah. I like brawlers. No offense, Mr. Cash. Who come up with brawlers? Brawlers. Now I can't even say my name. Broilers.
I think Shane Copen did on.
Shane Copen. No offense to Patreon. That's if I had to pick one, now you gotta outdo him next week, I guess. I don't know. So far, that's the one that sounds good to me. Bro, that could be a sports team or something. The Broilers
make me hungry.
Yeah, it make me think. Get that flame broil. Yeah, get it going.
Well, for all I know, we said it ourselves, and he just repeated it back to us. That
burgers and hot dogs, all of it. Yeah.
Oh, stop! We're gonna have to drive down to the damn McDonald's.
Well, it's open, wide open. Go in there and get it.
They got hot dogs.
No, McDonald's ain't got no hot dogs.
Did they ever have a hot dog?
I don't understand because they're easy to make. I don't care. Every single fast food restaurant, Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's. Hard, all of them. Go down the list. It don't take nothing to make a corn dog. Easiest thing in the world. Drop it in the thing, take it out, put it in the box. There you go. A corn dog ready to go. Every one of them should have a corn dog. That should be an option. I ain't saying I'm going to eat it every time I go Taco Bell or wherever it is I'm going. I'm just saying that I'm going to get it about, I'd say 2 times out of 5.
The McHot Dog is a hot dog available at McDonald's in Japan.
Well, I can't get over if they got a corn dog. What's a corn dog called in Japanese?
Ray Kroc prohibited the company from selling hot dogs, regardless of demand, because he said there's no telling what's inside a hot dog's skin. And that sounds like slander to me.
No telling what's in the hot dog skin.
I'm on the McDonald's fandom page. I guess McDonald's. I wonder if McDonald's has an OnlyFans.
What do you call McDonald's fans? What's their names?
I would say
You just put a MC, but Mick on it, whatever, right before it. That's it. Don't matter what.
Mick
that's
fans.
Yeah, that's what the big fish. I don't know. Mick corn dog. I'm ready to get it. It don't take nothing to make. Easiest thing in the world to make. Either drop it in the fry, stick it in the oven. Corn dog's ready to go. Ship them frozen easy. Corn dog. Every one of you ought to have a corn dog. Maybe 3 out of 5 times. I don't know. It's your loss.
I know we need to move on, but I would like to ask, who do you think would make the best corn dog out of all the fast food restaurants?
Wendy's.
Dip it in a Frosty.
Yeah.
Why
Go
don't
together. Go together.
Sell hot dogs? Sonic sells you a hot dog.
What'd you say? You cut off there. Say it again.
Sonic sells you a hot dog.
Sonic does, yeah, but you expect it ain't a corn dog, do they? They ain't got no corn dogs.
They do have corn dogs.
Okay, go Sonic.
I think they're little kitty corn dogs. They ain't like a good corn dog if you go fair that got a corn dog long as your arm.
What's the name? I don't know if they even have them here in Tennessee. I don't think they got it in Murfreesboro nowhere. What's a Weenie Schnitzel? Snyder? What is it called? It's got it other parts of the country. What's it called?
That's a hot dog fast food restaurant
called
Wiener Schnitzel.
Corn dog. I know that place got a corn dog when we was off somewhere doing something. I remember went to the drive-thru, had a corn dog. But all of them, it's just easy to make. It's already pre-made. Somebody ship it to you. You drop it in the fry, put it in the oven, have which is the most convenient way for each place to make it. Put it on the menu, see what happens. That's a suggestion. Now, I don't expect nothing back for that suggestion. I didn't invent corn dogs. I just didn't, I love them, but I wish I had, but I didn't. The only satisfaction I'm going to get from that is, seeing it on the menu, no matter where I'm at, because it ain't necessarily I'm going there to get a corn dog, because you can do that at Sonic, like you said. I'm saying those times when somebody offers you a corn dog, corn dog does sound good. I ain't talking about craving one. I'm just about the options right there, like, corn dog. I'm going to get one of them. That should happen to me everywhere I go.
Well, let me throw this back in your face. You fucking face.
Watch your mouth.
You own a store with a restaurant attached to it. I think you still do.
Well,
I don't know 100%.
Off and on, yeah.
Now, why did you never offer people corn dogs when they walked in?
My barbecue stand, yeah.
Yeah, but you could have had a hot dog there, too.
Listen here. You can go over the frozen food section. It ain't a big selection. There's stuff in there that's definitely corn dog. Go get it out of there, bring it over here. I'll be happy to put it in the microwave or on the stove or wherever you want me to put it. However you want me to warm it. So, yes, you could get one if you wanted to. It was an option, so to speak.
Five Guys, they got hot dogs.
Corn dog?
No. What about damn old Crystal?
That's a little pup. Yeah, those are good, yeah.
But it's little, but it's
still good. I got corn pup.
Man, should we go Crystal real fast?
I hope whoever listening to this is waiting in a drive-thru right now while you're listening, and hope they got a corn dog wherever it is you're going. You go ahead and get it. And if I don't, tell them when you get up there and say, I appreciate, thank you kindly. I love your food. Think about putting a corn dog on the menu. Just tell it to them.
Now, don't even be that polite about it. Just get up there and say, why ain't y'all got no corn dogs?
No, you don't have to be. And it ain't a confrontation, just a suggestion. That's two different things.
And listen, you don't know what they got. Every place has a secret menu. So if you want a corn dog, wherever you are, go, I'll take a corn dog, please. And they go, well, we don't have corn dogs. Say, corn dog, please. And they say, I'm sorry, we don't have it. And you have to stand your ground, because it could be a secret menu item. And if you give up, you ain't never going to get a corn dog. For all I know, McDonald's got a corn dog, and I give up. And if I just said one more time, I said a corn dog, you motherfucker, and they might have said, all right.
It ain't no reason to cuss nobody because I ain't make corn dog for you. I ain't saying, I suggested politely. Don't cuss nobody. Don't get mad about it. If you really want a corn dog, you can get one, like I said. Go on down to Sonic, get one in the frozen food section, wherever. But just, when you're thinking about it, you've already been in line. Let's say you're in Taco Bell, you got ordered a Brady Supreme and what's the thing that's got a taco on the outside and on the inside?
A double whammy.
Double whammy taco. You got that, you ready to go. But you get, you pull up and think, if y'all think about maybe putting a corn dog, you could put a corn dog in a taco shell.
Put a corn dog in a taco shell.
That ain't no different than half of the stuff I got there at Taco Bell already. Just ain't got the corn dog in it. Because they say, this is a burrito, but you put it in a taco, then you put that in another sauce thing or whatever. They do it chalupa on top or whatever. Just throw a corn dog in the middle of that.
I want to make fun of you, but I half expect in the next few months to say a commercial saying, get on down to Taco Bell. We got a fucking corn dog in a taco shell or some shit.
I ain't going to say all the language. No, it'd just be good news. You just say, come on down. We got, taco corn dog. Have you say if there's a, Spanish word for corn dog. I don't know.
Come on down, get you a habanero cheese sluice for your dipping for your corn dog Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Put a fry on it and rub some beans in there in the middle of it so the corn dog sticks. Taco Bell, run for the border. What's their commercial go now?
I don't know. They don't have a little dog anymore. They got rid of that.
You're here. You never left. Taco Bell. Also, and I know this ain't the damn fast food podcast, which there are a bunch of fast food podcasts, Jackie, in case we change it up. Because honestly, I felt a little adrift ever since the insurrection. But Pups, I went to the Crystal menu. I just pulled it up on the computer like I'm the person on CSI back in the crime lab or whatever the show with Mark Harmon is, where he's an admiral and a detective too, a Commodore detective, and he calls you up and says, can you look up? And I'm like, hi, there's 4 people behind that wall and you need to get out of there stat. So I pulled up, I used my skills, my Oracle skills to pull up the Crystal menu, and I've just pulled up the page where they have their hot dogs. And folks, we are going to get to the news, but you understand why we like to put that off these days. Pups, there's a page on the Crystal website. It says piping hot and tastier than you might imagine. Well, that sounds sort of insulting to the pups. Tastier than you might imagine. I didn't come into this with any lowered expectations. I thought that they were going to be delicious. You put that thought in my head, Crystal. These pups can reset your buds. That's what my mom always said I needed to do anyway. Reset your buds. Hang out with some Christian boys and leave you cruising down Easy Street for the rest of the day. This is all over the place. And there's a picture of the classic pup, which is just a little Crystal hot dog bun and a little wiener and some mustard on it. And then a corn pup and then the chili cheese pup, which is genius. That's what should be in a taco shell. But next to the chili cheese pup, there's a little sign that says bestseller. And then next to the corn pup, there's a little box that says crowd pleaser. And then next to the classic pup, jack fucking shit.
Hey.
Classic pup is the one you need to build up, Crystal. Everybody wants a chili cheese pup. Everybody loves corn pup. We just talked about corn dogs for 10 minutes on a news and current events podcast. The classic pup is a lonely little slick, shiny wiener in a little cold, lonely looking bun with not with just a
you don't say
adequate amount. What?
you don't say slick about a wiener. You say juicy.
But the thing is, Jackie, it doesn't look juicy.
Well, how's it look slick?
It's just shiny and slick.
That's juicy. That's with plump and juicy. Not if it's slick, it could be anything on it. Could have fell in some Vaseline or something. Slick is something slidey all over it.
It looks
juicy
slick.
Is moist, or but yeah, that juicy.
Are you sure juicy's better than slick? Slick. This little wiener is slick and with a puckered little end, a puckered, pinched off end. It's slick, and honestly, I don't think this mustard is actually on it. I think they had to Photoshop some fucking mustard on this pup on the Crystal website.
That's that deep fake stuff. I'm telling you, they can do anything now.
I think Crystal deep faked the classic pup. Why would they do it? I don't understand, but I see how easy it is to fall down the online hole of conspiracy theory. I mean, I've been looking at the Crystal menu for 3 minutes now, and I'm already wondering if those QAnon people may be onto something. Okay, I'm going to get off of here. But if anybody wants to go check out the Crystal website, just go to their pups section of the menu, and you tell me how that wiener looks. Slick or juicy? Slick. You'll see, Jackie.
Well, I can't see it from over here wherever I'm at.
Yeah, someday soon we'll be back together again, Jackie, and I'll be showing you all sorts of wieners online.
No, we ain't. I know you got, I think both of us got one shot in each of us. Got to go get another one, whatever kind it was. I don't know. But anyhow, you got to get the second one first. So I ain't saying we're taken care of. You're supposed to get the second one and sit for 2 weeks. And then you got 90% right there. 90% sure you're going to be all right. But the CDC person, well, he ain't going to be together no time soon. She got on there. Biden was begging people, begging states, please tell people to wear a damn mask. Don't do that. Don't, they're saying we're going to be right back where we were at last winter. But when the next winter rolls around, and people are crazy as hell.
The CDC director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, says she has a sense of impending doom.
Yeah.
Lady, where you been? I have had that feeling for at least a year. Matter of fact, it might be the anniversary. We might want to go back 4 or 5 years, honestly. And I'm white. If you talk to some people who ain't white, you're going to get a longer run of them feelings of impending doom.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on the impending doom. Is something new going on? I guess it is that people are starting to feel like they got a shot, or they know somebody who got a shot, or they know somebody who knows somebody who got a shot. So that means they can go to Miami and fucking eat ass on the beach around 700. Look, nobody cares what you do. Even now, I don't care what you do. I only care that you don't do it with 700 other people right the fuck around you.
Hey. But yeah.
Eat up. Just go home and bubble with those people for a while, so to speak. And then they said, just, you know what? If you would just, all we got to do is, that experiment where they put a marshmallow on a plate in a room, and it's either kids or dogs, or a kid and a dog, and you're in some sort of science hole, and they say, I'm going to put this marshmallow here, Fluffy and Caden, and when I walk out, neither one of you better have eaten this fucking marshmallow.
All right.
And then when she comes back in, marshmallow's gone. And like, well, this experiment's ruined. That's what it's like. We can't control ourselves or our dogs from eating the fucking marshmallow.
Hey.
And we're all going to die. But I mean, we've just been counting down to that for a while now.
Speaking of counting, they count the damn numbers of deaths going back up, and hospitals getting full again in about half of the 50 states. And then they got all what they call the variant kinds that not only easy to get, but kills you just, twice as well, too. We ain't out of this mess. Good Lord, everybody acting like, and I'm glad. It does feel better. I got half of one in me. Go get a vaccination. Here in Tennessee is pretty much if you show up, I give you one. And I'm afraid the reason that may be is there are a bunch of people that refuse to get it.
The governor got a shot. He didn't even want to tell nobody.
He would keep it private, keep it secret. Yeah.
Don't tell nobody that we got these shots. But give me that shot.
That's most of Congress and Senate. All of them. I guarantee you right now, House, Senate, we already know it is. Well, Mitch McConnell come out and said, I said all Republican men need to get it. Made a point to say men. Why can't, if you a woman of a certain age, you are, they ought to probably get it too. I just so if the door is open for a bunch of Americans to do something dumb as hell, I'm just going to assume that's going to happen. So impending doom, yes, you're all right, lady. Hold on tight. Go get vaccinated. At least that'll help you a little bit. More than a little bit. But go get it.
It's hard. You can't give us much time to think about things. You got to scare us right at the beginning and then lock that shit down. If there's another pandemic, you can't it's got to be like that first week or two. And even then, people were still starting to be like, well, this is bullshit. It's just like the flu, like the president. People were saying stuff like that. You got to get, when people were scared, at the very first, people scared as hell. That's when you got to lock that shit down, give people a couple of checks, and then just try to wrap that shit up. You can't do this like half-ass. We'll just kind of do it for a year unless you live in Florida, Alabama, South Dakota, and nobody's going to get any money, and nothing's really going to change except we're going to lose several 100,000 people. Like, you can't, like, if that's what you want to do, that's sort of how it worked out this time. But like say next time people are like, oh, no, now we're really going to control this thing.
No.
Let's say while Biden's in office, there's another pandemic. Okay, we're gonna do this. We just need a few weeks to get it. No, you got to strike while they're scared. There needs to be somebody in charge of at FEMA or the CDC who's just in charge of knowing when people start making bad decisions again, because it's not long. It's 2.5 weeks, if that. You can't give people time enough to stop being scared and start being dumb, because they're at war with each other. And as soon as dumb starts outweighing scared, then all bets are off.
See, now dumb, here's the other side of dumb. There's lots of dumb scared. This is something dumb, smart, whatever you ought to be scared of. Republicans nowadays are keeping people scared by, a trans person playing on a sports team or in the bathroom or somewhere. That you need to be scared about. That's what you need to be scared as hell of right there. We got to make a Bible, the state book, which I don't give a damn. If they want to waste your time, excuse me, Lord, I didn't mean it that way about the Bible, but if you want to make a Bible, the state book, so be it. I know separation, church and state, what the whole damn country's founded on. Go ahead, do it. It don't hurt nobody. You can still read the Bible and not read the Bible. What other the hell else you want to do? What else you got?
Do you know what the state song is?
Hell no.
Is it Rocky Top? Is it the Tennessee Waltz?
What, to one of them two, either one.
What's the state bird?
What is it? Mockingbird? I don't know.
Mockingbird? That's what I was going to say, but hell, it could be some other dumb shit. Fuck if I know. People go, unless that's something you're going to learn in like second grade, and then you'll forget, and you'll be like, what was it? I don't remember. They made it. Was it Dr. Seuss. Was it the Bible with Dr. Seuss illustrations? I can't remember. They were all mad. And that's when you want to decide on a state books when you're mad.
Yeah.
I mean, was it Gone with the Wind? They were mad about that. And that Dr. Seuss drawings in it. And then like parts of the Bible that they said were about guns. They're like 3 books.
You don't need to be scared of that either. Quit being scared of guns. Don't be scared of guns. Don't be scared of this virus that has killed over 500,000 Americans for being stupid. Don't be scared of that now. Be scared. They're taking away Dr. Seuss. There's a gay rapper dancing around with a devil. We got to be scared. Be scared about that.
Listen, folks, it really does suck because the people, they're coming. Some of this just seems like they're going through the motions, and it's going to hurt people's lives. But in Arkansas, them passing laws about health care for trans kids, it's going to hurt a lot of trans kids. I don't even think it's going to get people that excited in Arkansas. I mean, they probably think some of this stuff's already against the law. Like, why? I just don't see they're scrambling for anything. So, like, the governor of South Dakota tweeting about Lil Nas X, I mean, sure, she's going to get some money. Sure, that's going to probably get her on Fox News. Maybe she's done been on it, but it just seems like their hearts aren't even in it. Let's go down to the border with Ted Cruz and take a camera crew. Like they don't know what they're doing, but it's just going to get people hurt and it shot or beat up or attacked or. Listen, here's what the governor of South Dakota, Kristi Noem, said. You think she's going to run for president, Jackie?
I hope
against Lil Nas X. If she's not running against Lil Nas X, she just wasted a day. So. This is outrageous. What, man? So, Governor Kristi Noem said, "Our kids are being told that this kind of product, and the kind of product Lil Nas X come out with these shoes, and a shoe company come out. They took these Nike Air Max 97s with 1 drop of human blood in them. I mean, I got more blood in my shoes right now than that, and I know it all ain't mine."
Why?
666 pairs individually numbered, $1,018. And then she says, our kids are being told that this kind of product is not only okay, it's exclusive. But do you know what's more exclusive? This is what she tweeted. Their God-given eternal soul. It doesn't we're in a fight for the soul of our nation. We need to fight hard and we need to fight smart and we have to win. None of that that doesn't even make sense. That's how I know her heart's not in it. She had to say something about the devil shoes from Lil Nas X.
How many people one woman didn't tell nobody told the people not to wear masks. How many people in the state did she kill? She worried about a blood shoe that cost $1,000. How many kids got $1,000 to buy a blood shoe? They come up and ask me. Kids want everything, whatever popular at the time. I want this. I want this. You know, the young'un come running up to you and they say, "How much?" All right, we'll see. We're saying how much? $1,000. How many kids are just their lives are, I
don't give a shit. I hope that this Christmas every kid on Santa Claus's lap's like, blood shoe. What do you want? Blood shoe, please. I hope I have to just keep making them. 6,666 shoes. I don't give a shit. Listen, here's then what she said. This is outrageous, disgusting, and perverted, and on Palm Sunday, no less. This is about his video where he give a devil a lap dance and then snap his neck. Somehow Lil Nas X thinks that satanic worship should be mainstream and normal. I don't think there have been better candidates to cancel than Lil Nas X. And these shoes, folks, listen, if I were Satan and I wanted people to worship me, I'd try to come up with some way where, I don't know, the governor of South Dakota could sacrifice a bunch of humans. Maybe like, I don't know, 100,000. Oh, no. Let's see. 117,336 cases of coronavirus in South Dakota. Nearly 2,000 deaths. Is that since? Yeah, that's since March. That's a lot of, at least 163 new cases reported on March 28th. There's going to be a lot more cases in there. So that to me is like human sacrifice. We just went through a year of it, and it's been the Republicans the one doing it. And now that maybe they can't sacrifice as many humans as they can to Satan. I mean, let's just say that when you kill people, you're sacrificing them to Satan. That's a little bit of a leap, but I just want to say that Governor Kristi Noem of South Dakota sacrifices human beings to Satan. And when she sacrificed these nearly 2,000 human souls to Satan, she probably started saying, you know what, maybe despite our best efforts, we might be coming to the end of this thing. We need to sacrifice people. It's going to be in smaller amounts, but we need to sacrifice people via mass shootings, maybe in Boulder, Colorado. Make sure people can get guns as soon as they want them, no matter what. We also need to make sure that racial hatred, if I'm going to continue to sacrifice people to Satan, Governor Kristi Noem, want to keep saying things like China virus, blah, 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 to make sure that people are stirred up and hating different racial groups. We want to make sure that Asian American hate continues to flourish in this country. We want to get the bellows out and get the satanic hellfire going on that so that we can shoot people. In Georgia, we want to make sure we shoot people for no reason at all. We want to shoot them because of their race. We want to shoot them because of their sex. We want to shoot them because of their whatever it is that we don't like about them. We want to make sure that they can get shot for being it, doing it, living it, saying it. That's satanic, right? I mean, like all this evil stuff, this worship of death seems pretty satanic to me. I don't know when something flipped. I guess I got to go back to church and relearn the Bible because
let's take all the devil and God out of it. Let me just put it this is how I look at it. If I'm free and my freedom tells me I'm free enough to not have to wear a mask with a raging pandemic that's taking over the country, if I'm that free, then I should be free enough to put on a blood shoe that costs however much it is. Put on your mask. I don't have to. I got my blood shoe, my $1,000 blood shoes on.
Derek Chauvin, the police officer who killed George Floyd, that trial's starting today. Just watched a man kneel on another man till he died. Seems satanic. Seems like something that would happen to you in hell. Somebody in hell you're being paid in sulfur or something to hurt, torture, and maybe not kill because you're in hell, but as close as you can get. I mean, what would be what's in hell that's worse for George Floyd? That just seems sort of, I don't know what people, I mean, she's tweeting about this. So I don't know what people want. Like a Satan, I don't know what's worse. What is Satan done that's worse to Kristi Noem than what the Republicans have been doing? Get a lap dance from Lil Nas X, I guess. I mean, Satanism is going to be at they'll be on their platform at the next Republican convention. They'll be against it, but like all their policies will be advancing it. They'll have to spell out that they're against it, but like everything they do is like pro-devil.
That's what we already did this. We did this 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago. A porn star, a man, racist, cussing, accused of rape by 14, 20 women. That's who we want to that's who it's got to be. Family
Folks,
values, put things right. This is who we pick. What's the difference? I'm all full of it. Every one of them full of it. I'm sorry. I used to be one of them too. Good Lord says this, and that's what we thought we were. As soon as they went to that, and as soon as I saw what that did with the pandemic taking over the country, to see what they're doing now with a damn... There's been another mass shooting since the last time I talked to you. And there'll probably be 2 more before we come back and talk to you again.
There was a time when we would have talked about this video, and I just would have described it to Jackie, and we would have been talking about, he does what? What happens? That would have been, but instead we have to talk about the death cult murder Republican Party. I don't know who come up with death cult. I hope it wasn't like Bill Maher or somebody, but we talk about this every week, I think, but it's astounding that they are just embracing death. They're entwined with death. It's all guns, cops killing people, being able to kill people, having cops kill people for you, being able to make sure people don't get health care, making sure people can't pay their rent, they die out in the street. Gay kids, trans kids feel like pieces of shit, no matter, like that's what they're working towards. That's what they're working towards. It is I don't know. Are we just saying the same thing? Should we go back to corn dogs? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if we're helping.
You can't say it enough, evidently, because it keeps on happening. You would think you pointed out how many damn times pointed out. Well, that's a bunch of bull. You come from a Republican for years and years. All right, you said this and this and this for years and years. And now look, you're doing the exact opposite of said what you was. There's no policies. I don't see anybody, Biden, and I don't know if it's good. I have no idea. I'm sure it's too much money, whatever. He's going to do infrastructure, which Lord knows country needs, build up roads, all that. But I don't know all the details of his deal. But at least he's saying, look, here's something we can do, get jobs in our life, and then the Republicans is Lindsey Graham saying, I got my AR-15 and I ain't ever gonna let it go. When the world goes to hell, I'll be ready. Like, what are you talking about? The world is already.
When the gang comes, Jackie. When the gang comes after Lindsey Graham, yeah, he gonna be ready. Yeah. Dr. Seuss, even the good ones I don't know, let alone the racist ones. I don't know first thing about it. I ain't read none I ain't got no children around me. I don't know. That's what they're talking about. That little, what is it? Nazi? Little Nazi. Gay rapper. I don't know what it is. I don't like a devil, but that ain't policy. What does that? Well, they ain't got nothing. Not a damn thing. Listen. Jackie just said it. I don't like the devil, but if Kristi Noem is against the devil, I've got to rethink my policy on the devil. If they're going to talk about the devil on Fox News like this, and they're saying, here's what we're for, and we don't like the devil, then the devil can't be that bad. He can't be doing more harm to the country than our last president. He can't be hurting people worse than it just doesn't make any sense. Plus, this is just a devil. This is Lil Nas X devil. Like his horns come off. I don't think it's the real devil, is what I'm saying. But if it is the real devil, you know what? I don't think so much. And these people never watched fucking Sabrina on Netflix.
Hey,
devil is everywhere these days. They're mad. This is not, he's devil. He's with the devil. There's a devil in it. He's black and he's gay. That's what they're coming after. And he almost got on the country charts, but they kept him from that. And think if it was just a white guy and the devil, the clip wouldn't look as good when Steve Ducey talks about it. Now they got all their favorite subjects, and we're just giving Fox News another couple of weeks. I don't know. They're still talking about Dr. Seuss. They'll probably run this for a month because they got nothing.
Charlie Daniels wrote probably the greatest song ever about the devil and what a fine musician he was.
It's true. The devil nearly won.
Didn't nobody care about that. He come close, and you said this. I haven't seen no video, but they took the horns off, so maybe Lil Nas X beat him. Or I don't know.
I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you.
Well, I don't win there, but maybe extra 20 minutes. You can show me that. So I can talk through. We've been talking through videos.
Take a look. We got some suggestions of other things to watch on 20 extra minutes, but maybe we'll watch Country Boy with Ricky Skaggs, and then we'll watch Lil Nas X.
I hadn't seen it. I really hadn't. I don't even know if I saw the video.
All right. Yeah, folks, if you want to, come on over 20 extra minutes on our Patreon. We'll talk about that later. We're still talking about the Republicans killing everybody. Yeah. Heartbreak. The floods. There's floods in Tennessee. Parts of Highway 100 underwater. People died in the floods over the weekend in Tennessee. If you can donate money, if you can give money to help people out. The storms in Alabama. Last week, it's tornado time again because we fucked the weather. And now people die just nonstop. Just tornado after tornado, just rolling through. Just dragging people out of their houses and flinging them across the fucking pasture. Right. It's what we live with now. So they ain't talking about that. They're making the Bible, the state book, and did they take the statue of the Ku Klux Klan down yet?
In Tennessee, I know they made the Bible. First things first, let's make the Bible the book of the state, and then maybe after that, you would think if anything would make you take down the Klan, statue, it would be right after that. You make the Bible the state book. You would think, obviously now we have to take it down. Don't bet on it.
It's in our state book. It says to. Now even if they take it down, I bet they'll still make it the state statue. Take down the devil. They're mad at the devil on TV, but they are fine with the Klan in the state house. And Georgia. Speaking of the Klan, I was like, I know we're forgetting something. And then I said the word Klan. I was like, oh, Georgia. But they're making it impossible for black people to vote. I mean, if you can't ruin democracy by beating people to death with flagpoles, just do it. I'm doing air quotes here, legally.
You ain't gonna tell me that you can go into the white areas of Atlanta down to white areas of Georgia, and of course the line's moving pretty good because you got enough place to vote. You ain't gonna tell me somebody can't give a little old lady a bottle of water there. Of course, she ain't gonna need it because she can get in, get out, and everything's fine. Then the two places you can vote, maybe if there's two, may only be one. Black part of town. By God, if you go near a little old lady with a bottle of water, you gonna get it. That don't make. What are we doing? This country can't sit there and point the finger anymore, ever again. We stand up for democracy. What the hell were we doing? I know what the hell we was doing in Iraq. We're going to try to set up democracy. That we ain't got it. It ain't even here. What little of it's left, we're trying to hold on to, but they just chipping away. Can't get a glass of water or a bottle of water while you're waiting in line to vote.
This is why the Republicans in Georgia were so mad at Trump. The governor and the who's that other guy? Brad Raffensperger, the Secretary of State. Like every time, we can't. Gabriel Sterling, remember that guy? That they'd be like, I don't know. This is just Trump. He's really. We're trying to tell him. They're trying to tell him that they had it under control. He was messing up their bit. Like, okay, well, you can't help Trump, but as soon as he's gone, man, we're going to lock his shit down. He was ruining it for them. They had it all planned out. They got rid of Stacey Abrams. She managed to eke out a couple of Senate seats. Trump lost. Didn't matter. They figured it out. They know how, not only are they keeping people from voting, they're doing things like keeping them from getting water. But that includes like sun drop, right? Like I couldn't take a sun drop. It's any food or water.
I think any beverage, food or beverage, yeah. Hey there, everybody. Jackie Bros. Still talking on here.
Jackie, this is Dunlap. I just wanted to say we're all thinking of you.
Why?
That when I know it's going to be hard when this pandemic is over, you're going to have to venture out of your hovel and see the world again. Meet the world on its own terms.
I don't have to, but you know, if the mood strikes me, I'd be able to, I guess.
Well, you have to. You're required to. It's important for you to get out and meet new friends and see new things and go new places where you're.
I'm old. You get to be my age, you don't need new friends. The only new friends you're gonna get is your roommate in the old folks' home.
You do need new friends. All yours are dying. I mean, even before.
Well, yeah.
Man, you can't even make that joke no more. Everything's just tinged with grief, despair.
Everybody gets old. That's been going on for a long time. That's been forever. Your bones give out.
What gives out?
Your bones give out. Everything else give out. That ain't nothing new. Granted, if you got a virus or you get shot, it just speeds up the process. But we're all heading in the same direction.
Impending doom, despair, and agony on me.
CDC.
She ought to be on hee-haw with that attitude.
I think you may get through to more people. Maybe if this had happened during the 70s when hee-haw on, they would have got her a spot on there where she could have been laying on the porch with them. If people would have heard it.
Getting smacked with a fence.
Well, no. When did she lay? Oh, poor agony. That's when they lay on the porch with the dog. Everybody's asleep on the porch except they're whining about something. I thought that part was.
Yeah, but she could have done different ones too.
Well, yeah, she could.
That's what I'm saying.
She could have been in all of it. She could have been the fence. She could have been that. She could have been in a barbershop, on the radio, wherever. Hell, if she had a good singing voice, she could have sung it.
Yeah, I wonder if she can sing.
Somebody look into that. Give her a suggestion. We're trying to get the people have it needs to be got to them, you know.
What's for supper, Grandpa? Wearing a mask and staying inside. That's what makes me hungry these days.
Oh, it rhymed.
Yum, yum. Brain fog's got me to where I can't rhyme, I can't smell nor taste. But other than that, I'm fine. Oh, shit. Yum, yum.
All right. No, he already passed. You don't need to make fun of him.
I thought that was a tribute.
Well, you're saying he couldn't remember things. I thought you were implying something, but you know, I don't know.
I mean, those deep, dark depression, excessive misery. Oh, if it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Gloom, despair. It's gloom, not doom. But I mean, at this point, they're interchangeable.
Close,
they don't really stand up and say, no, it's gloom. Difference does it make? But you know what you couldn't do is the part where they spit on each other.
Ah, yeah.
That was half of what he all was. He was sexist objectification and some spitting on each other, which is also Pornhub for that matter.
Ah.
But there was a lot of spitting on each other, and she'd have to come in, and this is the part that people wouldn't like. So that CDC director come in and said, Gordy, here's your mask. Put this mask on. I didn't like that. I didn't like the way she talked to him. Made him wear a mask. He was about to search the world over and thought he found true love. You met another, and, you know.
Maybe it wouldn't worked out. Now you start talking about it, and maybe it wouldn't help.
Listen, there's no perfect vessel of communication. You gotta just get your message out any way you can.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right about that. Even us on this thing here, and our message is, if you like what you hear and you want to hear it a little bit more, say 20 minutes more. Well, if you go to our, say it for me, Dunlap, if you go to our
Patreon
computer part, if you go to that, and you of course, you can give $1, that's fine. You can give 50 cents. You can give one damn penny a month. We'll take it. Yeah,
I don't think you can give. I don't think it'll let you.
How much? What's your cutoff rate on it then?
I think it might be $1. I'm not sure.
All right.
I think a penny. I mean, I'd be happy to take a penny because I know coming from y'all are Dunny bunches of laps that and are broilers that you mean it.
Oh yeah.
But if you leave a penny for somebody in a fucking restaurant like Damus's, like here's your penny, jackass. I brung you so many of these fucking garlic rolls, you motherfucker. I'll bash your head on this table right now.
All right.
Steak and spaghetti my ass.
All right. Well, with the minimum wage being what it is, what's the difference between $1 and a penny? Same thing. But our message is, if you like this,
we want the $1. I'm just going to come out and say it.
You said there ain't, but you can't. You have to give $1 or more.
I just want people to know I would appreciate the penny, but I'd rather have $1.
Well, yeah, everybody would. Ain't nobody wouldn't like $1 over a penny. That's that's common sense right there.
Sense. I get it.
$5 or more. Guess what, though? You get some more to listen to. Usually not so much about politics as much. Like, for instance, today, if you give what is it? $5, I'm going to watch, what is it, Naja?
Sense.
Exit.
Irisdal over here. Lil Nas X. We're gonna watch his new video, and maybe after that another country music video. We don't even know yet.
I ain't seen it yet. I don't know what it is except a devil and a gay rapper. That's all I know.
Well, I mean, he's more than that.
Well, that's all I know. I'm going to learn more when I watch
he's also not. That's fine. I don't really know how. Let's just say Lil Nas X. I
can't even pronounce his name. I'd be happy to. It's Lil Nas X. I said it. That's it, right?
Well, I mean, so folks, if you want to give $5 or more a month, gets you 20 extra minutes every week, every time we do one of these. You can, and also the kind of stuff that we do over on 20 extra minutes is pretty much the first 20 minutes of this podcast when we were talking about crystals and we're talking about chili pups, and I was describing a little wiener. That is what a lot of our old episodes are like. And then maybe we'll talk about Quincy. And then, before you know it, 20 minutes is over.
I was thinking about that the other day when we got into Quincy's divorce case. Remember?
Yeah.
You could do him. I could talk, but they'd be asking him a question. A lawyer who said, now you got it. What did he say? Quincy was not a nice man, but funny in court, I guess.
I'm funny in court, but I never had my own TV show. So that's Patreon.com, Red State Update over there. Let us help you, help us, folks. We appreciate it. We appreciate you listening to this one. We appreciate people who give to us before and don't give no more. We appreciate people who ain't never given nothing. We appreciate. That's what we do here at redstateupdate.net. We appreciate. And we appreciate our roots. Don't get above your raising, says the song. And that's how I feel. And I was raised right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Jackie, you ever heard of it?
Well, I'm Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We ain't together the same place, but we're both from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Born and raised here, yeah.
And this is the part of the show where we turn our loving gaze to our hometown, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and the sponsors therein.
Well, they gave us $25 to do that. I mean, I'd love talking about my home state, but, if y'all ain't ever been here, maybe one of these sponsors, you hear about a place to eat, a thing to do, or this or that. Nowadays, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be traveling. Just wait, but you may have, if you're planning to make your big, trip on what Biden say, July 4th, maybe, probably not at this point, impending doom. July 4th, everybody get out and have a good time. Whichever one, probably impending doom. But if you come, and you may want to come by Murfreesboro when it is safe. Of course, here you pretty much go anywhere now. You don't have to wear a mask. If I remember correctly, I think at this point, just locally, doesn't mean you should do any of that. But
we've been hunkered down for a long time. Jackie doesn't get out that much, but nope. Jackie, I can tell you, pretty much it's been wide open the whole time.
Well, last time I got out, we get the shot number 1. We got to go back get number 2. You got to get out for that. They won't come over your house. I tried. I asked them over and over again. He said, "No, sir, we can't do that." I said, "Well, can't you just, if I can drive up in my car and you give me a shot in the car and I drive on, then you could be in the car and give me a shot just standing there. It's opposite, but it's the same thing." Either way, we got good sponsors on here. Give us $25, help us along with y'all. Every cent we get helps to plug up a computer, keep the thing running. We've been having a few technical difficulties. Hopefully we're getting through those. So we appreciate your patience with that. Talking long distance, we used to be able to sit together and have a good time. And I tell you, since we've been separate, that it's been, about the same for me, except I can't hear you half the time. Other than that, it's fine. I don't need you over here.
I think it probably smells better.
Well, I know that. It smells bad. Me and Mrs. Broyles in here, now normally I wouldn't say this, but I'm going to say just because of the situation, not because we are filthy or dirty people, but because we've been down here for a year and you keep certain food, being a sausage on and on. It has developed a original odor that I was unfamiliar with at one time or another. But, it is what it is. I'd rather sit down here and huff this and go up there and get sick, not be able to breathe, die in a hospital alone. If those are my options. But we appreciate everything you give to us. $25 from a local sponsor. I got a good sponsor. Now, my sponsor this week was sort of the same sponsor before last week. And it's Gentleman Jim's. But now, as all of you know, there's Gentleman Jim's 1. If you got the Johnson & Johnson shot, one and done, as I say, go over there, get your shot. You got it. Now, you may feel like you're putting on airs going to Gentleman Jim's 1. It is a little bit fancier than Gentleman Jim's 2, which is where you would go to get you 2 shots. If you got you 1 shot or 2 shots, Gentleman Jim's 2 is where you want to go. I think you had to have both of them. Had to get the Pfizer or the Modernas, 2 of each. You get 2 shots when you go down to Gentleman Jim's 2. Now, Gentleman Jim's 2, you were speaking earlier, Dunlap, of odor or smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what put me in the mind of it. Thinking about Gentleman Jim's 2. Now, one thing I don't want. You may be heading here, so let me know if I'm cutting you off for stepping on your sponsor material.
My sponsor, yeah.
But I did want to say that maybe part of the reason Gentleman Jim's 2's business seems to have been continuing going strong is so many people had COVID in Tennessee that there's, since the smell's just gone now. I mean, what % of the population?
It's true.
In wide open Tennessee I mean, the people got sick. People still dealing with it. It's not, it's not a frivolous subject, but I'm just going to say, if you have a place that stinks in the aftermath of all this, after all the death is tallied and all the horrendous physical effects are being felt long after you. But one of the things that you might want to think about trying to get your employees paid, trying to rebuild in the aftermath of all this is like, this place stinks, but you can't smell no way. And I'm just putting that out there for Gentleman Gyms too. I don't know if they're listening to this. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interject myself.
No,
I may step on you.
That makes sense. Yeah. Now, it still looks dirty. Like there's enough to look around that concern you. But without the smell of urine in your nose, it's probably the visuals lessen a little bit, I guess. Depends on who's there. Depends on what time of day. Depends on who's there. Either way, if you got your 2 shots, you're ready to go down to Gentleman Gyms too. They're going to give you 2 shots of some of their whiskey or I don't know what the correct term is. Drink, whiskey, alcohol drink. Let's say that alcohol drink from underneath the county. Going to get 2 shots of that. Of course, earlier on it wasn't older people like myself. You got your 2 shots. You didn't need but 1 because if you got 2, then you'd be there for a while. You don't need to. You have to call a cab and you leave your truck there and on and on. Well, now that they come out Johnson Johnson, get you 1 done, go to Gentleman Gyms. 1, again, a little fat. Some people, I'm personally uncomfortable there because it's just a nicer, more, I feel a little out of class. I don't know how to refer to everything precisely. Half of the songs on the jukebox I don't know, whereas I know pretty much all of them over at Gentleman Gyms too.
It's just a bunch of waltzes.
So, it just seems just makes it. I ain't knocking it. If you're fine with that, then by all means, please go there. Get you. Most importantly, get vaccinated with your 1 shot or your 2 shots, and go to the environment of your choice and enjoy a free 1 drink or 2 drinks at Gentleman Gyms, 1 or 2. Especially if you lost your sense of smell, then 2 ain't going to smell like pee everywhere. But now. There is, believe it or not, now this isn't official. I ain't saying this to get nobody excited or anything like that. This is not an official, definite thing. But we're doing everything we can here in Rutherford County, at least some of us are, to get people vaccinated, to get people to show up. Believe it or not, Dunlap, heard it here first as a Gentleman Gyms 3. Gentleman Gyms 3, yes, sir, there it is. Get down there, get you 3 drinks, get you 1 shot, whether it's just 1, or get you 1 and come back later, get the second one. Now, I'm sure they'll give you another shot there, but go down to Gentleman Gyms 3, get down there. There's people there now, real people, real doctors this time around. Now, Gentleman Gyms 2, they were vaccinating people, but it turned out that wasn't connected necessarily with the hospital. So we don't know for sure, but here we got some legitimate physicians who are concerned about Rutherford County, the population there, trying to keep a virus down on and on. So they will be there at Gentleman Gyms 3. Now, here's the thing. It's in a parking lot. It's outdoors, but, of course, they're giving shots everywhere, outdoors some places. You can go to Walmart, go inside and get it, sure. But some places, you got to go outside, drive up and get it to you. Now, here is a parking lot. And but they are going to ask you to get out of the automobile before they give you a drink. And I think there's a time limit before you get back in the car. You can get the shot in the car, but you can't have a shot and the drink in the car. You're going to have to put your car over for at least a little while.
Wait, where is it? How do you get to it?
Now, here's the thing. It's different parking lots because at first it was over in Big Lots parking lot, but then people heard about people getting vaccinated there, and they drive by, either cuss you, throw something at you, call you this, call you that, whatever it may be. So they had to just keep it moving from place to place. The best I can tell you to do. Now, first off, if you want to get vaccinated and you ain't concerned about any alcohol intake, then by all means, go to Walgreens or Walmart or wherever they go there. Please, don't worry about this. But if you want to get you vaccinated and get you a little libation just to relax, like, because after you get that first shot, it does kind of like, oh, yeah, well, I tell you what, I'm halfway there. I'm going to have a little drink. I'm going to relax, whatever it is that you need to relax. If it happens to be a shot of whiskey or alcohol beverage of some kind, then by all means, drive around Murfreesboro. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty much positive about this. If you see a parking lot where people are waiting in line and have people sitting there having a drink, and you see a nurse, people actually wearing masks. That's basically it. If you see a parking lot where people are wearing masks, I'm going to say that's it.
That's a lot of driving.
It is. But it's worth it if you want to protect yourself and the rest of your community and have a nice relaxing drink. It's worth driving. I mean, you may have to it depends on what part of town you live in, first and foremost, how much, gas you got. You can go down the list. Of course, gas prices going up since Biden been in office. Good Lord. But still, get what you need. Drive around. First parking lot you see where anybody's standing out there with a mask on, I'm going to say that's it.
Well, if this is the old days back when you hated everything good.
Wow.
What do you think? And we were doing a video of what's going on now. What do you think it would have been? Would it have been about Lil Nas X, or would it have been about gas prices?
If we were good, if it was on a good day, we'd work in both of them.
That's true. That's true. Hell, gas can't drive nowhere.
Devil.
So that's the parking. What else is good about Gentleman Jim's 3? It's in a parking lot. That don't sound.
Ain't nothing good about it but getting vaccinated and having a nice alcoholic beverage. What's not bad about that? What are you talking about?
I don't know. They just tornadoes rolling through every night.
Yeah, if it's raining and storming outside, then don't leave. If you flooded out, then by all means stay in. You can wait a little bit longer till it's cleaned up to go get vaccinated. But if you're going to go get vaccinated and would like to have, now granted, yeah, you go regular place like I said, Walmart, Walgreens, wherever, pharmacy. Go ahead,
can't get nothing to drink there.
Well, you can buy your own, take it home safely, drink there, and the company.
Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds responsible.
But you may want to be with other people because it's been so long since you've been with other people. 6 feet apart, but with a mask on. You can say, cheers, I got mine. You get your, that's what do you think I'm doing here? Cheers, toast. You may have to fold up your chair and grab some rocks or something to throw back at because, it ain't just you looking for it, sadly.
Well, your arm may be sore from your shot. So
your arm may be sore. If your right arm, left arm, when I went, I got it in my left arm because I'm right-handed.
So keep that in mind if you think you're going to have to throw a rock back at somebody or a bottle in a passing car.
Yeah, it ain't just you looking for it. The other folks are they're going to be out there. Hopefully you'll find it before they do.
Can I go there and have a drink without getting a shot?
And I don't think that's how it works.
Well, this doesn't say, how are they making any money?
It ain't about money. It's about protecting the community. Some people will sacrifice a little bit for the greater good, Dunlap.
How do they?
You don't know nothing about that. I know you don't know nothing about that.
No, it's true. I don't. And all I'm trying to figure out is how I can make this work for me. How do they haul that bucket of alcohol drink around to all these parking lots? That seems dangerous. That seems like Sorcerer or something. That's the name of that movie?
Between me and you, it's dangerous to drink it, let alone where it gets hauled to from one place or another, but still.
What if somebody throws a rock and knocks that bucket over? That bucket's fragile. That stuff is eating through that bucket as we speak. It's just a thin membrane in some parts. Or that rock spills it.
There's a still somewhere they're making plenty of it. Somebody can, if you actually work there, you could probably call up somebody from a still and tell them right where you're at or where you're going to be,
Oh, that makes sense.
There. Yeah.
But I mean, if it splashes on you or something, I mean, you remember Girdle lost a fingernail in that stuff.
Wow.
It goes through the floorboards. They say it's a sinkhole, Jim's too, but it's.
Well, they say that has something to do with the nail polish she had on. I don't know about that for sure.
Oh,
they say
Girdle
she
says
had
that's
some
bullshit.
reaction. They say it's reaction to whatever nail polish she had on. But I ain't a scientist. I ain't,
Girdle says she'll see them in court and they can put her damn fingernail under a microscope.
Well,
what's left of it. Is Girdle working at Jim and Jim's 3 or is she still down? Where's she at now?
She's either 2 or 3. I don't think she made it. You work your way up to 1. That's where you're trying to get to. But Are
you closer to 1 by being at 3 or being at 2?
These days, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, they're probably going to think you got some initiative if you manage to find where 3 is and show up on time and do,
Oh, they don't even tell the employees.
Well, they can't because, people call, relatives, somebody's going to slip out.
That's true. You can't tell nobody where it is because somebody call up and say, hey, this is Girdle. Where am I supposed to go tonight? I'm late. And I said, you sound like one of them rock throwing motherfuckers.
Well, hey, watch your mouth. They don't have.
But I'll tell you what, plenty of people drive by Gentleman Jim's too and throw rocks at it. So
that's true.
Like,
but you inside, you protected by the walls. They
true.
broke a couple windows, sure. But you still inside. If you far away from the window, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah, unless you're on the patio.
Oh yeah, I would say you wouldn't find me on the patio, Gentleman Jim's too. Unless the smell inside was so bad, I had to sit there for a few minutes.
That's true. Like, the walls do protect you. That's right. That's one of the things I forget. I take for granted about houses and inside places is that the walls protect you from the people with the rocks.
And Murfreesboro, anyway, yeah.
So that is...
Jimmy Jim's 3, go get vaccinated, get you a drink, have a nice little ride around. I know you've been cooped up for a while if you give a damn. So get out, have a nice day, take your whole family, whether, with the appropriate age of legal drinking. Go take your ride out, have a nice day. Weather here is getting a little bit better since, we had the storms, but now it's looking better. So
beautiful spring day today.
Yeah, you may come across it. You get.
Folks, we did not do our sponsors last week. We did not hear from the fine establishments in a beautiful Middle Tennessee with the gorgeous rolling green hills. So you may have forgotten about my good friend Stug Roombatussin. Jackie, do you remember Stug Roombatussin from Roombatussin Family Farms?
I remember. He got a tractor, yeah.
He won the Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association free tractor paragraph contest. Won a free tractor with his paragraph. He wrote a beautiful paragraph all about farming, how it was in his blood, how despite the hard times and he's got to do it for keep it going, family. Farming, fields, farming, family.
Yeah,
was the title, and he won runner-up in that free tractor paragraph contest. He did not win the Tracto Field Eliminator 2000. With the better warranty and Bluetooth. He won the Tracto Field Eliminator. And he said that was fine. What else could a poor old farmer want?
Sure.
From a contest. 5 months or 70 hours of tractoring. It's a lease, basically, borrowed with a chance to buy it. But he loved it so much. And he blew past that 70 hours of tractoring. By just running the roads in that thing. And you know how it is when you get a new car and you just jack your phone in, you play all your favorite tunes. I don't actually. I've been like by a CarMax, but I've never been inside of one. But he says it's getting a new tractor is 1,000 times better than getting a new car. And he says the power, even though he says this tractor will run, but he says the power of backing up a line of cars on a highway, having 15, 20, 30 cars behind you as you listening to Back in Black, like you're fucking Iron Man or somebody. He says he wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Huh?
He said he will never give this tractor back to the Tracto people. And they're looking for him because as soon as they was like a boot on that thing or like a bracelet, like a damn, you broke your damn, what the judge told you not to do. And so Tracto's the judge and he's the damn person pissing off a judge. And he is on the run because they're like, you went through 70 hours. That tractor's ours again. I don't care how beautiful that paragraph you wrote was. And he said, come find me. And he ain't like this. He don't talk like this.
Oh.
He's a member in good standing of the Tennessee 30-something Farmers Association and the Facebook group, the 30-something Farmers Association, which is farmers who like to talk about the television show 30-something. You know, you understand how that could be difficult to parse.
It's like that movie Tank. James Garner stole a tank.
It's like that movie Tank. It's exactly like that.
Without the other one in there, the youngin'. I didn't like him. But James Garner, with nice man, did what he had to do under the circumstances.
And James Garner will not say MFers, but
Stug
did. He said these MFers, but he said MFer. He didn't say
wait, is that the same wool that Eddie Murphy in it in the Tank?
Yep. That's it.
It's James Garner and Eddie Murphy in the Tank, and Eddie Murphy's always funny, no matter what. I don't like the language all that much, but if anybody gonna get away with it, it's him. I wish Dunlap was as funny as he was, and I wouldn't get mad so much. But Eddie Murphy, I don't like the language, but when it does, but him and James Garner in that Tank, I don't know who the other man, the young man, C. Thomas something.
You name me a better trio than C. Thomas Howell, Eddie Murphy, and James Garner. Ain't one.
You could have got rid of and I don't like the little Arthur either. I don't think he's good.
Get rid of him, C. Thomas.
Get rid of them two. James Garner and Eddie Murphy. You don't need Arthur.
Oh, you're right.
And you don't need the other youngin'.
You're right. You don't.
That's all James Garner, Eddie Murphy, and Tank driving around. That's all I want.
I would watch a movie with Arthur and C. Thomas Howell, but if you got James Garner and Eddie Murphy, they're just getting in your way.
Well, half of them dead now, so anyway, so wasting.
It doesn't matter. As far as I know, they all are. So Eddie Murphy's fine.
Yeah,
but the other three probably are. So Stug had started a plan to keep his tractor. He had started a money-making scheme where he was going to build the world's largest cornbread man. And the plans were complicated. I don't know that he had done his swim lanes on this, but he had Shelley, his wife, he'd bilked her into coming aboard because he was just making the cornbread, and trying to figure out some way to keep the birds from eating it. But at some point, he just started driving his tractor around and fleeing from the police and the Tracto police, and left Shelley there just making cornbread, and she'd put it outside and then animals would immediately come and eat it. And at some point she was just handing it over to the animals. Now she's just making cornbread for animals, and she loves it. She's fulfilled. She's never been happier. Stug being gone may have something to do with it, but she's really sort of found herself. She's not forbidden Stug from coming home. But I said, "Are you worried about him?" And she said, "Who?" And I said, "We were just talking about Stug." She said, "Oh yeah, I'm worried. I hope he's okay." And she's making that cornbread. Now she's got the StugRoombatussin.tz or whatever it was where you could donate. She's just taking that money in to buy cornbread supplies, and you can come by the house and watch her make it and then hand it to a raccoon. Sort of like a petting zoo, but it's a petting. You just get to watch animals eat cornbread, which
I'd rather see a cornbread man or even the giant foot a cornbread man than because you see an animal eat something on TV, or if you take cornbread to the park, or that's something you can do on your own. Whereas a giant cornbread man or I want to see the whole man. I do, even if the rest of the family is normal size. That to me is something more to say. And I love animals. You know, I love animals to death. I love to watch an animal enjoy any kind of meal. But if you said to pick between those two, like I said, I can go to the park, feed a squirrel cornbread all day long.
Well, you think that, Jackie, but you ain't seen these animals eat this cornbread. They enjoy it so much that it just puts a smile on your face just to hear the noises and just see them. I swear to God, they're smiling. They're going, and I don't know the noises they make. They're making like noises, and they're also making their little squirrel chitters.
They make the same damn noise if I went and took cornbread down to the park. They'd be just as happy.
They're rolling around and when they'll chirp or squawk or tweak. Maybe they're just really getting off on this cornbread, and it sounds like they're saying, "Oh, it's so good. Give me some more. Can I have some more, please?" And then more and more animals are coming. She just loves it. She said, "I'll feed every animal in this country a goddamn piece of this cornbread if I have to." Like she manages to put a pan or two of cornbread at night when the animals are full or asleep. Of course, they're always in the mood for a snack. And she gets like a pan or two on the foot. So the foot is like slowly coming along. She says, I'm just going to make a foot-shaped house for these animals. And she doesn't think she'll ever, as more and more animals are attracted to Shelly's, she doesn't know if it's ever going to get much past the foot, but she'd like to have a nice foot for the animals to live in. Stug is really missing out. It's just something to see them animals patting their stomachs and licking their lips like a cartoon weasel, just like doing their little paws, going, give me more and more. And Shelly saying, it's coming. Hold your horses. Soup's on. People love it. Kids love it. They're lining up. Stug missed out. He didn't need to build no giant nothing. I mean, he just could have fed animals cornbread. His loss. And he knows he's in trouble. He's there is an actual boot on the Tracto Field Eliminator. It's parked out in front of Gentleman Jim's too. It's worn out for Stug's arrest. He's hiding out. Do you think any cops listen to this show?
Probably not.
I mean, we were pretty hard on them this summer. What about any representatives from the Tracto Corporation? Do you think any of them?
That I can't speak on. I don't know.
Okay, just a quick update here. I just want to let you know that Stug is hiding in the sinkhole caused by the alcohol drink from the thin membraned bucket at Gentleman Jim's too. He's been cops were after him. He pulled the tractor in there around back. He thought they wouldn't see it. They saw it. They put the boots on it. They just Tracto people ain't come to get it yet. But he's been down in that sinkhole. Girdle lifted up the towel and let him down there, and he's been down there. And apparently, it does link up to the sinkhole we've discussed previously on here, where you can get into alternate Earths. You remember that, Jackie? You remember?
I do, but I didn't know how's all this. Every sinkhole connected? I don't. What?
Well, I guess there's a network of sinkholes run underneath Murfreesboro that lets you explore alternate versions of the planet we call Earth, here our home. And I know you don't always, you think we're high. I think you said people are high, but Stug don't do no drugs. I mean, he'll say MF every once in a while, but he'll say MF, not motherfucker.
Well, hey.
But he told me, and I know he don't do, Stug is not the kind of person who gets drunk or high, but he says he met different versions of himself. He met a Stug who had a pancake recipe so delicious it was the target of worldwide espionage. He met a Stug who won the paragraph writing contest and then drank himself to death in 6 months. It was his ghost he met. And then he met a Stug who bought a grappling hook belt from Batman's estate sale. He met all these different Stugs from all these different Earths connected by all these different sinkholes. And he finally stumbled upon an Earth where the Stug finished the Cornbread Man, went mad, and brought the Cornbread Man to life. I don't know. Some scientists. I don't know. Hell, it don't make. That's all he told me. I mean, what am I supposed? How'd they do it? Like, I'm gonna understand it First of all, it's like a game of telephone. It's like the crazy Stug. Like a scientist has to tell the crazy Stug, and then crazy Stug has to tell our Stug, and then Stug has to tell me. Like, it's not going to make any sense by the time it gets. Do you understand what I'm saying, Jackie? It's just not going to make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What?
So Stug is the Stug and Madman Stug, Mad Scientist Stug, are going to try to lure this cornbread man from the depths of the sinkhole from the other Earth.
What?
And bring him to our Earth. This gigantic cornbread man, thousands of feet tall. And he's going to liberate his tractor from the Tracto Corporation.
Is this for real?
I'm going to be honest with you. He did seem a little high. I don't know if hiding in a hole made him.
Well,
you look for comfort in it any way you can.
If it's for real, then I still pay $5-10 to see that cornbread man. But I don't. This sounds far-fetched to me.